EZ nomenclature. This method is used in the naming of alkenes. Consider an alkene in which four groups are attached to the double bonded carbon atoms. Here, all the four groups are different. So we cannot use our normal cis trans names. Then how we will name this compound? To name this compound, we assign priority to the groups attached to one carbon. For example, we need to consider this left side carbon atom. So two groups are attached to it, A and B. We need to find the highest priority group among this. How to find the highest priority group or senior group? We can use CIP rule. CIP rule to find the highest priority group or the senior group from that. What is the CIP rule? CIP rule is Han Ingold Prelog priority rule. So we will explain this CIP rules later with other examples. So using the CIP rule, we need to find among this A and B, which one is the senior group or highest priority group. Okay, let A be the highest priority group for the time being. And now we need to move to the second carbon, and second carbon is attached to C and D, two different groups. So among these C and D, which one is the highest priority group? Consider C as our highest priority group here. Now A and C, A is the highest priority on the first left side carbon, and C is the highest priority group on the right side carbon, and they are on the same side now. Then this particular compound can be called as an Z isomer. Z stands for zusammen. It's a German word meaning together. Same side, we use this word Z to indicate this particular isomer. Now, if D is our highest priority group, if it is not C, if it is D, our high priority group, then A and D are there in the opposite sides. Then we can call it as an E isomer. E isomer is entgegen. Entgegen is another German word meaning opposite. If the high priority groups are on the same side, it's an Z isomer, and if they are on the opposite side, it's an E isomer. Now we can easily remember it like this: Z for same side, or you can call it same side. So if the groups are high priority groups are on the same side, then it is Z isomer. If they are on the opposite side, they are E isomer. E stands for enemy. So they are in the opposite side. Okay. Now with examples, we will explain the CIP rules. Consider the example where one carbon is attached to fluorine and chlorine, and the other one is attached with hydrogen and bromine. Consider the left side carbon atom. Here it is attached with fluorine and chlorine, and chlorine has higher atomic number than fluorine. So as per the CIP rule, higher the atomic number of the atom attached to the carbon atom, then higher its priority. So here chlorine has higher priority than fluorine, or chlorine is the senior group among chlorine and fluorine. Similarly, now consider the right side one. One is bromine and hydrogen. These are the atoms attached directly to the carbon atom. So bromine has higher atomic number, and both the priority groups are on the same side. So this one is an Z isomer. The first CIP rule is compare the atomic numbers of the atoms attached to the double bonded carbon atoms. Higher the atomic number, higher the priority. So here we use that chlorine has higher priority than fluorine, since chlorine has higher atomic number than fluorine. Consider our second example. Consider the first compound. Here the left side carbon is attached to hydrogen and OH, oxygen is attached to the carbon. So oxygen has higher atomic number than hydrogen. So this one is the senior group or high priority group. Now when we come to the right side, the double bonded carbon, here it is attached to a carbon and here also it is attached to another carbon. So it's a tie. Both are carbon atoms. Now, if there is a tie, we need to consider the next atom. So consider here, this atom is attached to two hydrogen atoms and one carbon, and that carbon attached to three hydrogens. Now consider this methyl group. Carbon is attached to three hydrogens. So first we have considered both these carbon atoms. So there is a tie. Now we need to move to the next atoms. So here there are two hydrogens and here also we have two hydrogens. Now here we have one hydrogen, but here there is a carbon. So this one have higher priority. So this is a high priority group and both groups are on the opposite side. So this is an example for E isomer. Consider our next example. You can see here carbon is attached to hydrogen, but here it is with carbon. So this one has higher priority. Now come to the right side carbon atom. It is attached with two oxygen atoms. So there's a tie. Now we are moving to the next atom. Both are carbon atom, again tie. Now we are moving to the third atom. So two hydrogens, three hydrogens, but here two hydrogen and one carbon. So this one has higher priority. So both higher priority groups are on the opposite side. So again, this is an example for E isomer. Consider the left side carbon. It is attached to one carbon and one oxygen atom. So this one has higher priority. Here on the right side, there is hydrogen and deuterium. So if the isotopes comes, then we need to select the isotope with higher atomic mass as the highest priority group because their atomic number is same. So we need to consider their atomic mass. So that is the second rule. Second rule you can remember like this. If the two groups differ only in isotopes, then larger atomic mass to be considered as the highest priority group. Here, both the groups are on the same side, both the high priority groups are on the same side. So it's an example for Z isomer. In this example, on the left side carbon, there is no doubt it is attached with carbon. So CH3 group is the senior group. Here we know that it is C triple bond N. As per CIP rules, triple bonds are considered as three single bonds and double bonds are considered as two single bonds. So here this carbon is attached to three nitrogen atoms. It is considered like this, and you know that nitrogen has three double bonds with carbon also, right? So each nitrogen is attached with three carbon atoms. So here this nitrogen is now attached with only one carbon, so there are two carbons, and this nitrogen also two carbons, and here also two carbons. So this is actually the structure, and here it is attached to this carbon is attached to a CH2 group and NH2 group. So consider the right side carbon now. It is attached with two carbon atoms, so there's a tie. When you move to the next element, this is nitrogen. So carbon is attached to three nitrogen atoms. Here it is with two hydrogen and one nitrogen. So this one is having the higher priority. So high priority groups are on the same side. So it's another example for Z isomer. So rule number 3, double bonds must be considered as two single bonds and triple bonds as three single bonds. In this example, there's an aldehyde group. Aldehyde group is CHO. Here it is considered as carbon is attached to one hydrogen and two oxygens, and these oxygens are attached to two carbons. So aldehyde is considered like this, and acid group is C double bond of OH. So it is considered as carbon attached to an oxygen, and double bonds are considered as single bonds. It is like this, and oxygens are attached to two carbons too. Now here you can see that here carbon is attached to 2 oxygens here, but here carbon is attached to 3 oxygen atom. So acid is getting higher priority than the CH group. Now when you come to the right side, here the first carbon atom there is a tie, both are carbon atoms, but in the second case, so carbon is attached with one hydrogen, then one carbon with hydrogen, and this is attached with another carbon too. Why? Because there is a double bond. But when you come to the bottom one, it is carbon attached to 2 hydrogens and then CH2. So here itself, this carbon is attached with one carbon and one hydrogen, but here there are 2 hydrogens. So this one is having higher priority. They are in the opposite side. So this is an example for E isomer. We can sum up the CIP rules here. The main 3 rules are listed here. Hope you understood the concept. Thank you.